morning, students. Last class we have discussed importance of English language, and we have also discussed what are the tips to develop English communication skills. And I have given you a brief introduction to human values. Now in this class, I have decided to give you some grammatical tips and a word from a dictionary so that it can be helpful to you. So let us begin that. Now let us see what is the word of the day. Contemplation. Contemplation. This is a noun and the meaning is deep observation. Deep observation. That is, contemplation is a noun. Contemplate is verb. The verb form is contemplate. Contemplate. That is, you have to contemplate. Generally, there is one quotation: in your life, you should not complain, you should contemplate. You should contemplate. Deep observation, a deep inquiry is called as contemplation. This is the word of the day. And a grammar tips is: advice and advice. Both words are pronounced same, and the only difference is here C and here we have S. And you know very well that what these words are called as? Yes, you are right. Yes, homophones. These type of words are called as homophones. Can you guess what is the meaning? First of all, we must know what part of speech it belongs to. This is noun, this is verb. This is noun, this is verb. For example, I like my mother's advice. And what is the usage of these words? My friends always advised me to study well. See the usage: advice and advised. This is a noun form, this is a verb form. This is a short, introduction towards vocabulary and grammar. So daily we do like this. Take down. Contemplation, noun form, contemplate. And advice and advice. And dear students, when you refer a word in a dictionary, in any standard dictionary, you may come across within a bracket the parts of speech. If it is N, it is noun. If it is V, it is verb. If it is ADV, it is adverb. If it is ADJ, it is adjective. If it is P or P, it is preposition. You have to learn with the respective parts of speech so that you can remember. And the very important thing is that when you learn your word, write down. Use it in a sentence so that you can remember for a long time. You never forget if you learn your word with usage. And remember that you have to learn with all its parts of speech. Okay. Now let us discuss our syllabus. And before that, why I am asking you to learn words with meaning so that you can remember. See, the very important thing is that if you want to remember a point, if you want to remember anything, not only that is pertaining to English language, even that is your main subject also, if you want to remember things forever, what you have to do is, you have to learn it. You have to learn it. You must not memorize it. You must not mug it up. That is two types of learning. One is right learning. Another one is rote learning. What is right learning? Right learning means you must understand the concept. You must understand the concept. It is called as right learning. Rote learning, for a time being, suppose you have examination tomorrow, there is no option for you, and you know that definitely that question will that is come. You may face that same question, and it is a very, very important question. What our students do, they simply memorize it. And what is the outcome? They remember only for 1 or 2 days. Because usually our memory power has got, that is long-term memory and short-term memory. LTM and STM. Our memory has been divided into two, LTM and STM. Long-term memory, short-term memory. Right learning supports long-term memory. Rote learning supports short-term memory. That is, in short-term memory, all the rote learning data is stored. In that is long-term memory, right learning data are reserved. And this is forever. This is for temporary purpose. So, for example, if you quickly refer a dictionary, you know the word for time being, and you keep it without that is writing a usage of that particular letter, without learning properly, then what happens? The word or that concept will be stored in short-term memory, and the mind will erase it out very quickly. Whereas if you learn that word particularly, if you understand, this is mainly involves around understanding, then depositing the data in your mind. And rote learning without understanding learning things, this is time wasting one. So always remember, I told you many times that college is a place not for studying, college is a place for learning. And another one thing I would like to tell you, that is right learning gives you a job, and rote learning gives you marks. Both are essential. But remember one thing, right learning, paves way for creativity. This is related with creativity. This is related with memory. So remember, whenever you learn things, try to understand the concept. Think practically. Use it in your day-to-day life. You must ask your teachers, you must ask your professors. If they explain you, then after learning that, you have to explain to your friends. The more you explain, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you remember. So these are all the things I would like to share with you. See, for example, some of the songs our students remembers even after 5 years or 10 years. What is the reason? Because they are giving concentration to it. They are giving concentration to it. But some boys, what they do, even they are not even remember their provisors, because they are not paying concentration. If you pay concentrate, you can remember forever. If you are not paying proper attention to it, then it tend to forget. Okay, students. Then yesterday I end up with my session with that quotation. Can you remember that quotation? Your attitude decides your altitude. Your attitude decides your altitude. Attitude means character. Altitude means in physics height. In your day-to-day life, what does it mean? It means that the level you go, right? That is your level of your improvement. Level of your improvement. If your attitude is good, then you can reach good heights. You can excel in your life. And remember one thing, generally a man's life, when a man came into the world, lived for a particular period of time, when time comes, he parts from the world. How people remember a man? If you ask someone that, okay, how that man, how he is? And simply people ended up by saying that, okay, he is a nice man. He is a very kind man. He is a generous man. He is a very, that is always, he had the helping tendency. He helps people a lot. That's all. So that is the epitome of life. Ends with these terms. People generally, they won't remember you by your, that is the cars and bungalows you have. That is the business that you did. That the wealth you have amassed. They want that is, they never recount that fellow has got that much of property. No, you are remembered by your qualities. You are remembered by your qualities. You are remembered by your personality. You are remembered mainly by your attitude. That how you have behaved with others, how you have behaved with your brothers and sisters, how you have behaved with your neighbors. So your total life is packed with these terms. That is the quality. It is called as attitude. It is called as attitude. So one thing I would like to tell you is a very nice thing. In an exhibition, a balloon seller who was selling helium gas balloons, when his business become low, what he does, he let some of the balloons in the air, color balloons. Red balloon, green balloon, yellow balloon. Okay, he let the balloon fly in the sky. It is one kind of advertisement for his business. After watching this, then children, came, they simply pestered their parents to get the balloons for them. This is the happening. This is the day-to-day happening. One day, when he does like that, a small child came and tugged his coat. Then he asked, "What, son, what do you want?" Then the boy asked the balloon seller, "Uncle, even that black balloon too fly high? All the color balloons are flying. Yellow balloons, green balloons, red balloons, flying. That black balloon you have, even that too fly?" See the reply of that balloon seller. Then the balloon seller said to the child, "My son, the balloon is not flying in the sky, that is not going higher and higher, not because of its color, but because of its content. and because of what it is inside. So the gaze bring them to the heights, not the color, not the color. So the gaze is nothing but attitude. That gaze is nothing but attitude. So whatever the color of the balloon, what brings that balloon to fly higher and higher? Not the color, but the gas. But the gas. This is the one example of attitude. Now, in our textbook, we have 5 human values have been given. As a continuation of previous class. One is right conduct. Second one is peace. Third one is truth. Fourth one is love. Fifth one is non-violence. This is the need of the hour. Right conduct, peace, truth, love, non-violence. Right conduct is nothing but right attitude. Right attitude. What is the right and wrong in it? Right attitude or wrong attitude, what does it mean? Very simple. You might have seen in newspapers, sometimes illiterate people, they do great things, and literate people commits blunder. What does it mean? What does it mean? What is the very purpose of education? The very purpose of education is to make your vision positive. Positive vision and negative vision. See, for example, with the help of a knife, you can cut fruits, you can cut throats. Same weapon can be used positively and can be used negatively. If you use that knife to cut fruits, that is a positive thing. If you cause harm to your fellow being, it is a negative vision. For example, I would like to tell you one thing. One day, a renowned doctor conducted an experiment. People assembled there. He put 2 transparent tumblers and he appealed the people to observe his experiment. In one tumbler, he put Bisleri water. He poured Bisleri water. And in another one tumbler, he poured alcohol. That is whiskey, right? Okay. People are very eager that what the doctor is going to do. Then the doctor, put sandworm into a tumbler where he has poured Bisleri water. Then he put same amount of sandworms in a tumbler where he has poured alcohol. Then he asked people to observe it. Naturally, what would happen? The sandworms in that is Bisleri water which he puts, they are swimming. They are very much alive. Whereas the sandworms which he puts into alcohol, all are disintegrated, all are died. Then the doctor asked the audience, what do you learn from this? Then one fellow stood up. He stood up and says that, doctor, I came to know the fact. Then doctor asked, what did you learn from the experiment? He says that if we drink alcohol, all the worms in our stomach will die. Is this the, what type of vision it is? Doctor got fed up. He was very shocked to know the answer. See, this is the, why I am telling you this, what is positive vision and negative vision? The positive vision is, alcohol is harmful to our health. If we consume alcohol, it consumes all our organs as it consumes the sandworms. Whereas if you drink ordinary water, it is good for your health. This is what the doctor wanted to say. But how that man realized? Same experiment, two visions. Positive vision, negative vision. From each and everything, that is right attitude and wrong attitude. Good attitude, bad attitude. For example, that is I have heard that Einstein, after invented the formula for atom bomb, and till his death he was regretted, because he may thought that people may be exploited his formula. This is remember one thing, right conduct, right attitude is very, very important. Then peace. We have another one word also in English. What that is peace? Peace and peace, homophones. Peace means calm. Peace means leg piece. Piece of your meat, piece of your wood. Right? Your mouth is watering. Right? When I say leg piece, okay. Right here, this is not a piece. This is a PEACE. Truth, love, and non-violence. What is peace? Being calm. Peace begins at home. Peace begins from you. We may say that, sir, that is peace of mind. Peace of mind. The birthplace of peace is our brain. So many factors related with it. I have no time to elaborate all those things. A man is peaceful when he is contented. A man is peaceful when he is contented. It revolves around the belief you have. It revolves around your attitude. It revolves around your faith. Generally, people easily become fed up. What is the reason? Nowadays, under this pandemic COVID-19, there is no peace. People have lost their peace. People are not, living comfortably. Everyone is, has become panic. Because they are not, they are not able to, find solution for this. What is the reason? Because generally people believe that whatever it is happening, the main cause for each and everything is we blame others. We blame others. We find fault with others. Okay, and we sometimes we are criticizing China, sometimes we are criticizing our governments, sometimes we are criticizing someone. That is the main reason for peace. But that is intellectually speaking, philosophically speaking, a man becomes peaceful when he believes in God. Whatever the religion you belong to, whether you are a Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian or a Jain, whatever the religion belong to, and whatever that is the God you have in your mind, whatever the name of the religion, remember, students, whatever your faith you have, you must have unshakable faith on God. You may call it by any name. Unshakable faith. See, for example, that is what beautifully, even in Bhagavad Gita also beautifully says, whatever is happening for good. Whatever had happened for good. Whatever will happen for good. Because it is not in our hand. We cannot have control over all those things. Okay, you can wear mask, you can use sanitizer, you are maintaining social distance. Apart from that, some of the people become victim to this disease. What is the reason? Can you control this? No. This is the expediency of a creator. And remember one thing, I am very strongly, put forward this point to you, dear students. All these things are absent in the society. That is where the corona is present. When all the good qualities vanishes, God tests a human being. Nothing is free from the expediency of God. So remember one thing: whatever the religion you belong to, whatever the faith you have unshakable faith on God. Then truth. Always being truthful. Being truthful what? Being perfect, being pure, being loyal. You have to be loyal to yourself. You have to be true to yourself. You must not cheat yourself. You must not cheat. Others is a different thing. First of all, you must not cheat yourself. When you want to do something good, you must stick to it. You must adhere to it. You must be truthful to you. Because the one, that is one thing you have to develop in your heart, in your mind, that no one is watching me, God is watching. God is watching. God is keep on supervising me. God is keep on supervising me. You must not think that I am away from everyone, so I can do whatever I want. No one is watching you, but God is watching you. That quality is called as truth and love. That is the central essence of this world. This is the central essence of this world. Without this, myself and yourself never survive in this world. This is a very strong entity of this world. Because of this quality, even our earth is revolving around it. And non-violence. Non-violence means, what is the meaning of non-violence? Remember one thing: war never be a solution for peace. War never be a solution for peace. When we say truth and non-violence, immediately that is one personality you can remember, who, that is our father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi says. And Mahatma Gandhi strongly believed in these that is in these words, truth and non-violence. Because these two things plays instrumental in his freedom struggle. Because he always adopted to these qualities, truth and non-violence. But see his simplicity in his autobiography, My Experiment with Truth. He says, truth and non-violence are nothing new to teach the world. I have nothing new to teach the world. Truth and non-violence are as old as hills. So remember, these are all the qualities: right attitude, peace, being faith on God, truth, being truthful to yourself and to others, and love, always, that is loving, sharing, caring, having mercy on others, helping tendency, and non-violence, life free from violence. All these things remember, and in our next class we shall discuss rest of the things. And dear students, as I already told you in my previous class, if you have any doubts, in my subject, you can call, you can text me over WhatsApp. And if you feel that, if you want something from, if you want to learn something, any particular topic or any grammar parts, if you want to learn, that too you can post me. We shall discuss. Thank you very much.